So Christopher and Declan, love having you on the show. It's been a long time coming. I've been saying that I've wanted you on the show forever, as well as Coach Pom. So this is a special moment for me. But you heard us have a conversation about football and your football program and your sacrifices and the intensity of the program. And we both would like to hear why you do it.
Yeah, I mean, what motivates me, this year being my senior year, it's the last year I can play high school football, so I really got to give it my all and try and get the most out of this year as much as I can, help my team in any way I can. And, I mean, another motivator is, I've been around these guys for 4 years now. This is, it's all been accumulating to this year, spend all of our time together and try and get to that last week in Thanksgiving week and try and get a W. But, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of reasons I do it. I think everybody's kind of different. I love the brotherhood that football creates, and I also love the game of football. It's really fun to get out there on a Friday night and compete athletically against other people. So, yeah.
Similar to him, it's kind of like the brotherhood. I would feel bad letting him down not being there than just skipping it. So I think that, and I want to play football in college, so I feel like everything I do, I should do it towards there. Or do it towards that goal. So I feel like that kind of motivates me to push to be better every day.
Letting who down? Him?
Letting my teammates down by not showing up. Because if they're not showing up, then
right, you don't want to miss out, kind of like you were saying.
Yeah.
It's FOMO.
It is. Mm. It is. It's FOMO.
It's positive FOMO. Mm. I think I just had a flashback when Christopher got pulled up to varsity. He needed to make a point that it was well before Garrett got pulled up to varsity. He's like, for the record. I thought that was hysterical.
Tally. Who keeps score?
But we're not competitive. There's no competition in this family whatsoever. None. So, Coach, you got any questions for them? Because I think
yeah, I do. One of my questions that I have for you is, what is your favorite part of the program?
Personally, the platoon.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, that creates so much out of, obviously you're spending a lot of time with your team during practice, in film room, and just the lunchroom every day, and we got to come take attendance. You're with the team, but it's the moments outside when after practice we'll go to Chipotle or we'll go to anywhere really and just hang out, get food, talk about the practice, if you had a good practice, if you had a bad day. And just bond. Those are the moments that you really remember.
Yeah, I think yeah, just everyone knowing that we have one goal and just working towards that feels like everyone, or if you get everyone onto the same page, then it just clicks, and that just makes the program feel so good because it feels like there's times where it feels like it's happening, and then there's some times where it's not. But a lot of time during the summer, like you said, during the platoon challenge, it was like they literally feel like family.
The platoon challenge, for those who are wondering, is we take all the players that are sophomores in varsity, so sophomores, juniors, seniors, and 7 players become platoon leaders that go through our leadership program, and they do a draft, and they draft the players, the remaining pool of players, into their platoon, and then every week we have one platoon challenge. It might be first week is make your bed challenge, where they all have to make their beds and take a picture of it.
He lied.
And post it. Yeah. And then some guys just take the same picture and just repost it.
Yes.
But at least they made their bed once. But then they have to dress a certain way. The team that gets the most points at the end of our summer gets their warm up paid for. Mm-hmm. So that's could be anywhere in $150 to $200 warm up.
Team one.
I got a question for you. How much is going on that I don't know about?
Behind, with the players?
About what?
About anything.
Great question.
How much am I unaware of?
To be honest, you're aware of a lot. But,
Yeah,
there's definitely stuff that sneaks through the cracks.
Which is good.
That you don't want to know.
Exactly.
I don't think you want to know.
I do not want to know.
Yeah.
But I do feel like a lot of the players are very, we all have the same goal. So
Right.
we do keep each other accountable.
We all feel, and you stress to us how important communication is, and a lack of communication just builds a void of untrustworthy, not good coaching. So, I think most of the players want to communicate with either their positional coach or you as much as they can, just to, know where they're at. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Good to hear.
They love their positional coaches.
Oh,
I think
yeah, they're the best.
we didn't talk about this at all in the podcast earlier, but the way that you feed your pipeline, Tri-City. Tri-City is a great program.
Very good.
And when you would show up at a game, believe me, it's not lost.
Yeah.
They'd be like, Coach Baum's here, Coach Baum's here. And that you know the young kids coming up.
Yeah, you have to.
It's, yeah. And in the business world, that's like interns for us, or, you know, really we have to feed a pipeline
Yep.
too.
Yeah, job security.
Yep.
It's one of those things that, you know, we tell the guys this all the time. Like, we ran a parent night out the weekend of Valentine's Day, so parents can just drop their kids off, and you know, we had about 150 kids there, I think. Yeah. And then at the end of it,
that was hysterical.
Yes, and they had to run it all. But at the end, they did like an autograph signing, and like, you should have seen, it was like these kids, they're getting mobbed, and you know, it's good for them. And
that's so cute, because these kids probably watch them play Friday
nights.
So this parent night out, again, for listeners, it's the young kids. How old were they? Like 12?
It was all different ages.
First through eighth grade. Yeah.
8th grade.
3 hours, they could drop their kids off, and we did football.
And
coincidentally, right around Valentine's Day weekend.
That was so cute. And Declan was telling me the most hysterical stories and showing me videos. He's like, this kid had it. Like, it was so cute. And teaches them coaching.
Yeah, they have to plan the whole thing. And but then it's also, I tell them, it's because these guys are great. You can see why we win, because of players like Chris and Declan. Is just, I build these things with the hopes that they're going to respond to it, and then when they do, and we had probably 40 players there, it just tells you that these kids care a whole lot. Like, their give a damn level is through the roof.
Mm-hmm. I was kind of, when you were saying something about like not letting him down, but you meant the whole team. But that injury moment was like hell, and one of the things that like so emotionally got me was, you know, Christopher's laying on the gurney. I called you over. I was like, Coach, and just absolutely, understandably emotional. And then Declan came over and put his arm around me, and he's like, Mom, and I'm like, it's not good.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we knew right away. I could tell the trainers right away were like looking at me like they knew it was surgery. And Declan right away went to, I should have protected him. Do you remember that? There's something to that of like, the brotherhood. I guess it's the brotherhood. And even these guys are brothers, obviously, but it goes beyond just being brothers. A unique thing this year that's never happened to me before as a mom of football players is that I had both of my sons on the offensive line, right and left guard.
Mm-hmm.
And now, because of the mom camp that you do, I know what that means. I love mom camp.
Guard the quarterback.
Guard the quarterback with your life. And when Christopher got injured and ended up blowing out his ACL and ripping his meniscus in 2 places, and Declan came up and was really very upset about that, and really the one thing that he said when we got home, when I told you we all 3 of us laid in a bed and cried, was, I just wanted to play with my brother. And I made it through that without crying, but I'm like this close. But it's like more than football at that point.
Yeah, for sure.
That is like more than football. It's life. It is life. And you know what we talked about, you guys? And it has to be, your identity has to be more, because it could go away in a minute. I mean, with anything, your career, I mean, there's so many times in your life that you have to have a bigger identity than just one thing.
Yeah, I think one of the things I hope that boys, and you could speak on it, that I hope that I lend to that, is that I want them to see me more than just as like Coach Pomazak, right? Like, it's like, I'm Rob. You know, Rob's a person. Rob has a family. Rob has kids. Rob has problems. You know, and good and bad. And so it's important. Human. It's important for them to see that vulnerability side of you as a person as well, because I don't want my career to define me, and it's really easy to do that. And I know as an athlete how it is, especially when they're successful athletes like the boys are. When that ends, you are struggling to find out who you are. And so it's really important to always kind of have that other interest, you know, like maybe it's playing guitar in a band or something. Yeah.
Exactly. Well-rounded individuals. And that's big. I mean, it really is big. And even Garrett, like, we remember that game we played in like think we played it in Mexico, and one of the cards, we pick cards a lot. We do these kind of games, and it was like, who in the room, like peaked in high school, and Garrett's like. Do you remember that game?
Kind of.
It was so funny. I'm like, you did not. I mean, it's absolutely not true, but I could see how he feels that way. But I think, and I remember back to Mexico, we do the Mexico trip. Like, I'm a big believer in, you keep them so busy that like,
Yeah.
But it's life too. I mean, Garrett has very little vacation time, so we cherish 4th of July week and Christmas week is the week that we all get together, and we love it. But he had a rough time, and there was a moment, and I honestly believe it was finally he was kind of mourning over his knee and had a little bit of a breakdown moment that is totally natural, and we've all been there, and I think it was finally he could relax, and that's my theory. But what I loved was how Garrett came out to the beach, so he and I were kind of hanging out, and he was having a moment, and then Garrett came out and had a really good chat with you. Like, what I couldn't have said, his big brother said.
Yeah.
And, like, but it was kind of around that of, like, it's more than, life is more than that. And you're going to always tap into these moments, and I'm so glad that you have them. And it's going to help you going forward in life.
What's your other thing?
Wait.
What's your other thing besides sports?
I don't know. I think I like talking to people. I think I just like being around people and
How about what you're doing tonight?
I mean, yeah, I like I don't know how do I even like it's not taking care.
Working with.
Caregiver.
Right.
Wait, Denise had a word. So our neighbor, dear friend of mine, and has an autistic son who's older than them and needs a caregiver. And so she taps into these guys
That's
often,
great.
and I think they're both phenomenal at that. But Declan has leaned like he might want to do something like that.
Yeah, when I was in
cool.
Red Wing, there was a thing called Rise, where it's just like you get to like at lunch you can like help them eat and then like walk them back to class. And I did that, and I was like, that was really fun. And then so now I just help out with Hudson.
That's cool.
Yeah,
It's really nice.
it's important.
Yeah.
What's your other thing?
I mean, always trying to find stuff that I'm passionate about, but recently been enjoying cooking and working in restaurants, of all different avenues in there, serving food or just, actually making the food or hosting, whatever it is. It's been pretty fun.
So he's been working at Colin's restaurant, and he's getting rave reviews, and I think that's like of service though. I mean, that translates to lots of different things.
It's good experience.
Working in a restaurant, everybody should do it. Okay, so let's just pick a card. So
Okay.
and we'll end on this.
I hope you never found out about that time. Wow. And I just,
And you got to tell me what. This is exactly what
Okay.
you just. What don't
Yeah.
I know about?
well, I mean, I guess I kind of got one for both of you, I guess. Could probably find, let's see. Start with mom, something you don't know about. Well, actually, one thing that I remember is it was like the week or 2 weeks after my surgery. I was on crutches around the house, and I was moving around in the basement and in the bathroom. The things that stop the door, the little like when you.
You broke it off.
I completely broke it off.
I saw that.
Yeah, and I never
That's
told
it?
you. Well, I mean, that's all I can really think of right now.
It's soft.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Soft.
I mean, I tell you everything. So.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
And then, I hope you never found out about the time. Oh, okay, I got one. Sophomore year, I got pulled up. Forgot what game it was, but I want to say Wheaton South actually.
Oh, that damn Wheaton South.
Week 3. I mean, no, it was an away game. An away game. I was leaving the locker room, and I thought I had everything, and forgot my girdle. And obviously, I'm not gonna run up to the head coach and be like, I don't have a girdle, I can't play. So just played that whole game without a girdle.
I knew that too. No, I didn't. But I would never let you have played. It's illegal.
But yeah, no ref saw. But yeah, there you go. That's something you didn't know
make
about.
Declan pick one of those.
All right, Deck.
That's funny. How about you never had a warm up? He loved it when you didn't.
Oh,
that
you
was so
surely
funny.
knew about
Oh,
that.
that was annoying.
I'm feeling proud of. Well, for you, I'm definitely proud of being on varsity as a sophomore. I feel like that was my goal going into the summer.
Did you get on it earlier than him?
All right, yeah, actually, no, I was earlier than all of them.
Was he?
And the only
Was
one I got
he?
moved up freshman year.
I got moved up in summer camp.
So I'm like,
We don't keep track of this shit at all.
but yeah, I was definitely proud of that. And honorable mention was, I didn't even think that I was capable. To be honest, I didn't know I was, I didn't know I could do that. So that's probably my biggest achievement football wise. But for you, I'm proud to be your son, obviously.
layup.
What am I?
That gets me.
God, I'm
Put it while you're
proud.
ahead.
That's a mic drop.
Yeah, I think
That's a mic drop.
Yeah,
I like your tables though that you both built.
that is true.
They love woods.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Love it.
I'll put 'em to
Following after Garrett. Okay, now you, Coach Pom, get the
All
fuck
right.
out of here.
Okay. If I could see into the future, I would want to know. If I could see, concerning the boys, I would like to see where life takes them. And I would like to know if I'm still a part of their life. That would be something that'd be very curious.
Oh, I love that. These are great.
And if I could see in the future, for me personally, I would want to know how it all ends out. Like, what's the next step for myself? Because I don't feel like this is the end.
Yeah. I see consulting and like, no, really.
Your
and,
lips to
like,
God's ears.
Yeah, and like coaching other coaches. It's kind of what you've been
that'd be
doing.
hopefully the end goal at some point.
I like that a lot,
Mhm.
and it's needed and it's important. And you are
Thanks.
absolutely talented enough to do that. So
Oh, thank
that's
you.
good.
Gosh, I'm blushing.
I think I gotta go into this pile. Okay, because this is more like the Oof. The last time I felt like an imposter every motherfucking day. The last time I felt like an imposter. So one of the women that was on the podcast this week, she is a light, a Ukrainian, Israeli little fire pistol of a woman who does styling. And which sounds simple, but she pushes you way the heck out of your comfort zone and dresses you in things that you wouldn't necessarily wear, like purple sequence pants. Like, there's no way I would buy those. And so she pushes you, I think she says to the person you kind of want to be or something like that. So she pushes you out of your comfort zone and makes you stretch into a place of light, So I'm going to go with that. So that was good. So thank you guys all for being here. This has lived up to my
Thank you.
vision, and I really appreciate it. And I don't think it's the last time. I think we'll do this again.
Appreciate you.
Yay! Woo!